Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Really good evening. My bad. So, Lewis Help, 7 p.m. every Sunday. So, this channel is about community. This channel is about starting a conversation with our youth. Our youth is our future. The relationship that we have with our youth as adults, as mentors, as grandparents, parents, as citizens matters so much. Is what our life is going to be measured by. The legacy that we leave. They say that a good man or a good person, I think, period, leaves a legacy to their children. So the conversation I want to have this evening is something that's near and dear to my heart. Anybody that knows me knows that reading is sacred to me. Literacy, reading, books, that books are a gateway. They're a window to look into other realms. They're doors that open up to other opportunities. They're mirrors that show you yourself and allow you to be able to reflect on yourself and to grow. So what I want to talk about is why reading is so important and give you some tools and some steps that we can use, actionable steps we can start right now tonight that could help our youth with their reading and their literacy. I get to go into the juvenile facility and talk to the youth. It breaks my heart when they can't read. The reason why it breaks my heart is they're not stupid, very intelligent, very intelligent. When you cannot read, though, you cannot express yourself because you don't have the vocabulary, you don't have the understanding to be able to express to another human being or to a group what's inside of you. So you see all these big hopes, these dreams, these visions inside these young men, and it breaks my heart where they can't express themselves. So when you can't express yourself, the lowest common denominator of communication and the most effective form of communication is anger and violence. So someone could be speaking Chinese on the other side of the room. You do not have to understand the language, but you can understand when you see aggression building into violence, into anger. This is why our youth are so angry. Our young ladies are so angry. It's why your son is punching holes in the wall. It's the reason why they're blowing up at you, why they're telling you they hate you. These are the things that happen when you don't have a vocabulary. And when you're a young person and you don't expose yourself to new things and new ideas, you're very limited. So let me explain it like this. Let's imagine an elevator. So you have this building. You go into the building. Everybody starts off at the lobby. That's life. You were born. Everybody starts off at the lobby. Now, most people get to about the second or the third floor. Second or third floor, we're going to say elementary level education. The reason why reading is so important is that reading is the only thing that can express an experience that is outside of you and give it to you very quickly. Hey, Ms. Lola, how you doing? So when you can't read and when you're not reading, when you're not exercising your ability to read, you limit yourself to that second or third floor. Now, while other people are starting to read and starting to elevate themselves, they're going up to other levels. Because you stuck at the second, third floor, you don't even know how many floors the building got. The building might have 1,000 floors. The building might have 1,000 floors. And you wonder why people keep leaving you. You wonder why life is so hard. You wonder why your boss don't understand you. You wonder why your kids don't understand you. The kids wonder why the parents don't understand them. You wonder why your family members, why you fight and you argue all the time. It's because you limited. If you are not reading, you are not elevating. You have to keep going up these floors. And when someone comes and talks to you, people get tired of leaving a 24th, 28th, 100th floor to come down to the third floor while you stuck on the landing in the stairwell, not understanding there's an elevator. The elevator is the reading. It is the thing that can break all barriers. Because if I write a book, and I'm 45. I'm giving you 45 years of experience in a certain discipline. There's no other way for me to express that to you fast except through reading. This is why reading is spiritual. See, you don't have to go work at a law firm, work in a hospital, work with children. This is why men and women write books and leave a legacy in words. And if you are failing to read, you are doing yourself a disservice and you're doing your children a disservice. Your children must see you with books. There should be books on the bed, books in the bathroom. If you ain't doing nothing but reading 1 page a week, start putting some books around your house so your child will start seeing you read. When you cannot read, it will always put a cap on your life. You will have depression. You will have anxiety. The reason being is, like I said, the reading takes you up to these different levels. See, life will demand an answer of what you've done with your time. So when you decide not to read, when you decide not to learn and be a lifetime learner, life gonna keep bringing you challenges. These challenges is gonna get harder and harder. They're gonna get deeper and deeper. Hey, Tammy, what's up? They're gonna start getting more and more complex. You're gonna be overwhelmed. So you depressed, you don't wanna leave the bread. You anxious, you scared of everything. You overwhelmed by everything. You angry at everybody. You've always fallen out with somebody. You're always arguing with somebody and you think it's because you real. It ain't because you real. It's because you ignorant. It's because you can't communicate because you're not reading. And we passing this legacy down to our children. So you have depreciating assets, non-assets, and you have appreciating assets. The word appreciation, the core of that word, the etymology of it is, the word origin of it is, what type of word is it? It's a word that has a meaning that's connected to appraisal. It's connected to value. Appreciation means that I look at a thing and I put a value on it. So God has given you a gift that you should appreciate. It's your mind. Your mind is like land. Land does not appreciate or depreciate. It's a tangible object which is worth investing in. Everybody gets that land, your mind. The thoughts is how you build. That's the buildings you build. From time to time, those things will grow faster than some, might not always be the right things. Your thoughts are developed by what you expose yourself to. Reading is the fastest exposure. And there's no excuse in 2023. There's nobody lynching us to read. The stuff that our ancestors and our forefathers had to go through to be able to have the right to have books like this, to have this collection, this treasure, this wealth of information and knowledge behind me. They gave their life for this. And we sit here every day and we squander this opportunity, and then we wonder why our kids are going the way they're going. Dudes come out the game. Why? Because they didn't got exposed to some different stuff. They believe it's a different way to live. That stuff don't make sense no more when you can start reading, when you can express yourself, when you can start looking inside yourself and be yourself. The land, which is your mind, must be cultivated. And you build by your exposure. If you're not being exposed and you're stuck on that elevator on the second, third floor, people gonna get tired of coming down all the time from off the 6th floor, trying to talk you up, the 18th floor, the 20th floor, the 80th floor, the 400th level floor. You don't know it's different levels. You talking to somebody, y'all, you think you having this intellectual conversation. You don't know that the person is showing you grace and caring about you and showing you love by coming down to try to communicate at your level, to try to coax you up, to try to bring you up to this next level, which is only through information that's passed. But you can't understand the words, so they have no meaning. Listen, if you don't read, I guarantee you're struggling in life. And guess what? Let's say you're dyslexic. Let's say you never learned how to read. Let's say you're a grown person right now and you hear this. You're 34 years old, you're 44, you're 64 years old, you can't read. It's 2024. I think I said 2023 earlier. It's 2024. We have no excuse. They got a thing called YouTube. And this is what I'm very serious. Inbox me, DM me. My number is 440-836-2066. If you don't know how to work YouTube, I will help you. I will walk you through it, get it put on your phone, on your device, and you can carry it with you. On YouTube, they have full audiobooks. You don't have to physically take your eyeballs and read the book. The faith that will come by the hearing of the word will also change you. You are without excuse. You are without excuse. I don't care what your past was. You a grown person and you're not learning. They got a lady, they got a channel. I'm getting nothing to endorse this woman's channel called A Little Bit Better. I think that's the name of it, A Little Bit Better. You ain't even got to read the whole book. This woman breaks the books down, summarizes the books, takes the main topics, and then draws pictures if you need that help. And I'm not diminishing nobody because I'm a very slow learner. That's why I need all these books. I need all these books. What's up, Valerie? I need all these books. Like me and Miss Phil, I'm not special. There's nothing special about me. I just try real hard. I need all these books because I'm very slow. So I'm not diminishing nobody. But we are without excuse in 2024 to say, I don't read, I don't want to learn nothing. Why don't we care about doing things the right way? You will not be able to succeed in life. And I'm talking about succeed in life. That's the ability to take the powers, the land that you've been given, this territory up here, and be able to cultivate it and have the things you want. Be able to care for the people that you want to care for. The reason why you can't do for your kids like you want to. It's the reason why your kids can't grow up and be adults. Why the young men are so mad. Why they can't go and understand how to make finances for themselves. How to take care of the children that they have. because they've been reduced to animals, to sleeping, eating, having sex. They having kids, but they kids. And guess what? If you keep on living, if you happen not to die and you survive, you'll be 30, 40, 50-year-old grown men and women in the same situation. And some of y'all might be in this situation. I'm not talking down on you. I'm begging you. Call me. I'm serious. DM me. I will walk you through how to put YouTube on your phone so you can start listening to full audio books that will help change your life and help change the legacy of your children's lives. You got to be an example for your children. This juvenile system is full of children, and the only reason they're there is because of a lack of communication in the environment they grew up in. That's it. That's it. Nobody was reading. Nobody was, what's up, Pastor Macklin? Nobody was speaking life into these children's lives. You are without excuse. I don't care if you're 44, you did 20 years in prison. I did time in prison. I don't care if your mama abused you. Life is tough. A lot of bad stuff happened to people. There is no excuse not to be educating yourself in 2024, and these kids is the victim of this. These kids is going to these court trials, getting numbers 3 times long as they've been alive. They 16 years old, facing 40-some years, and we say they bad kids. They're not bad kids. They haven't been exposed to learning, and that's because the parents ain't been exposed to learning, and you are without excuse. You playing music, play the books. Turn the music off. The music will not help you. They're not going to help you. Her, Usher, nobody's coming to save you. R. Kelly, Drake, none of them people's coming to save you. Turn that music off and start playing books in the car. Start playing books. Start reading. These kids is sitting here with tears in their eyes. They blank. They 17 and they threw their whole life away. Why? Because they can't express themselves. They don't know how to reason themselves out of a game because it's hard. They don't know how to go and extract information and live a right life. As adults, it is our job to lead them. Stop playing music and play the books. They got audible books all over the place. People talking the book. You ain't got to be able to read. You ain't got to be 44 and get no GED. I ain't telling you got to go back and get no GED. I don't believe that's necessary. They got books that you can play that will play in your ears and change your life. And you meditate and be able to express yourself to your children differently. Your children need to hear that. Turn the music off and turn the books on. It's ridiculous, man. These kids are intelligent. They got a big vision. They can't express it because they can't read. And they didn't see their parents read. They didn't see their parents ever tell them that education was important. That's on us, man. That's on us, man. We failing them kids. Them kids in the juvenile, not because who the prosecutor is, not because who the president is, not because the laws that was passed. It's because the parents won't govern themselves. Turn the music off and turn the books on. Stop teaching your kids dance moves and turn the books on. There ain't nothing else that's gonna save us, man. There's a spiritual awakening that happens in those books. There's a spiritual awakening that happens in books. When a man or woman has lived something and expresses themselves, how you doing, Alexander? And expresses themselves. Mr. Fleming asked me to talk about this week. And it hit a nerve because I've been going into the juvenile and I'm looking at these kids. There's like two guys in there that can like read and comprehend. And I can tell they read and comprehend because the books I'm bringing them, their questions is different. Their thoughts are a little different. They starting to get it. It's fuzzy, but you see this building of these floors. They going up the elevator slowly but surely in their own pace. That's all we can do is our own pace. But then there's the majority group. And I realized I was being cruel because I was asking them to do something they couldn't do. I didn't realize how far down they were, how much they couldn't read. I didn't realize how much they couldn't understand. So that's on me. I'm going to fix that. I take personal responsibility. I'm going to fix that. Them kids going to read. As long as they give me access to them, I'm going to teach them how to read. I'm going to get them together, putting a team around them. But as far as us as human beings, turn the music off and turn the books on. I don't care if the kid is 2. He should be listening to Malcolm Gladwell. You should have him listen to Dan Kennedy about some money. The reason why y'all broke, y'all don't hear about money. You got to be taught about money. Money ain't magic. It ain't no magic the haves and the have-nots. Financial literacy got to be learned. Just like you done learned everything else. You can name me all Usher songs. You can give me the breakdown of the Super Bowl, who was on there, who won, what play they should have had. Take that same energy about your education. You are without excuse. I don't care if you can't read. We living in a time where it's so easy to live, you ain't even got to be able to read no more. They have talked the books to you. I told you there's a woman on YouTube, and she ain't the only one. It's a couple of them channels. but she the one I like the best. She will read the book, break it down, give you the main points, and then draw pictures so you can understand through illustration. You can't beat that. It's 2024, man. Turn the excuses off. Turn the music off. Turn, what's the man name? Them people talking in the morning gossiping. Turn them gossip shows off while you're taking your kids to school and turn a book on. It don't matter if they don't like it. They don't like nothing you do no way. Kids don't like parents. It's part of the game. We ain't like our parents. It don't matter if they don't like it. Turn the books on. Stop listening to all them gossip shows about what Cat Williams said. Who give a damn what Cat Williams said? Cat Williams making money. He reading books. Playing y'all. He reading books. That was a play. He didn't got that play out of a book. Come on, man. We without excuse, man. I'm heated. I'm mad. I'm disappointed. My feelings hurt. When you look at them kids that you scared of, that you ride by and you lock your door, and you don't go to the store, what's up, Derek? And you don't go to the store because them little gangbangers in front of the store, it's your fault. Turn them books on. You got nephews, you got cousins. Turn them books on and turn that music off. That music is killing y'all, man. And I ain't some dude that's against rap. None of that ain't got nothing to do with that. It's got to do how you spend your time. Life will demand an answer of what you have done with your time. What's up, Tanisha? Life will demand an answer of what you have done with your time. Take it from a man that understands time. I did 23 years and a month in jail because I took a man's life because I took his time. So the state took my time. And I'm not free because I served my time. I'm not free because they felt sorry for me. I'm free because of how I use my time and how I've dedicated my life to use my time to make sure y'all kids don't got to go kill nobody and do 23 years to figure it out. And a man got to lose his life. Turn that music off and turn them books on, man. Your kids is dying. You think it's sweet. Your kids can't read, man. And the stuff they read in school ain't to benefit them in life. What's up, Sam? You got to educate yourself. You got to educate yourself in things that are serious, man. Financial literacy is serious. It is serious. Emotional regulation is serious. Emotional intelligence is serious, man. Being able to regulate your emotions. Turn the books on. Your kids don't like you no way. They ain't gonna like you. You ain't cool. You ain't the cool parent because you listen to them gossip shows in the morning with them. And you think you could bob your head to Lil Durk and that make you cool. Stop being cool. Turn them books on. Because when they're 16, 17, 18, they're 24, you still paying their rent, guess what? Whose fault it is? Tag you. I was a young man at 15, 16 years old, was completely inept at handling life and adult responsibilities. Why? Because I did not read. Because I did not see in my house that education was important. I never saw my father read. I saw him go to work. I know he went to work. He paid bills. That was great. I never saw him read. Never. Never saw him talk about the importance of education. This is not me blaming my parent. What I'm saying is we mimic and mock what we see. We learn through exposure. Expose your kids to books. Even if you ain't reading them, throw them around the house. Call me, DM me. I will give you a book list. Just go buy them and throw them around the house. Guess what? They might pick them up. You never know. Open them up. They're not going to like you no way. Your kids ain't supposed to like you. Your kids are supposed to respect you and honor you. It's the reason why they start disrespecting you. Because they know they can't trust you. Because life, like I said, that elevator keep going up. The game keep getting harder. As the kid get older, as a young man going from being 10 to 12 to 14 to 16, the pressures get a lot heavier. The pressures get a lot heavier. And guess what? You have made them not ready to face life. So since they ain't ready to face life, they get depressed, they get anxious. They get depressed, they get anxious because they ain't ready for life. They ain't ready. So guess what they do? They crash and burn. I tell the dudes in jail, the dudes in jail ain't responsible, man. The dudes in jail have not learned one of the most valuable lessons you could teach a kid. That is, you teach a kid to do the things that they don't want to do. It don't matter how you feel about it, but it's the right thing to do. It starts with reading. It starts with education, meaningful education. Turn them gossip shows off in the morning when you take your kid to school. Everybody take the kid to school now. Why? I see you got car lines backed up around the corner because y'all scared. Y'all scared of the neighborhood y'all live in. Y'all don't want to send the kid walking to school, but then you take that time, that 15, 20 minutes you got in the car and waste it. Turn a book on, man. I'm telling you, DM me, call me, 440-836-2066. I will walk you through how to put YouTube on there. I will show you how to go find these Audible books that you can listen to. You ain't got to be able to read. You don't need no GED. Maybe you dropped out. You can't read. That's fine. You can still learn. You can still be an example to them children, man. The kids are in there because they can't read, because you can't express yourself. So therefore, as I can't express myself, the way I know how to get the pressure up off of me is to crash out. I used to do it. I was a kid that punched the holes in the wall, that broke the doors, that did stupid stuff. Why? It's just to make it all stop. But it never would stop until I took a man's life. And it still never stopped. And the pressures of the institution, those pressures forced me into improving myself. And the only way I saw that improvement was through books. I was locked in a cage. See, the book exposes you to a whole nother realm. So now it's the cheapest, it's the easiest way, it's the fastest way to improve yourself is through books. It's through learning from somebody else's experience. They done took their time to write that book. If you write a letter, it's different than you talking to me. If I wrote this out, it'd be totally different because it'd be more intentional. But when you write something, these men and women have put their life, they have put a life lesson that has benefited them in this book. And that book is there so that you can be benefited. What's up, Ms. Fleming? Listen, man. Turn the gossip shows off, Charlamagne the God and all them. That's not cute. Stop listening to it. It's ruining you. It ain't no good for your kid. It ain't no good for you. It's ruining your spirit. It's ruining your mind. The land that you got, the appreciating asset that you got, you depreciating with what you building on it. Think about it. You listen to gossip all day. Then you tell your kids to be stand up. You tell your kids don't lie. You tell your kids to be something. You listen to gossip all day. Talking about somebody else's stuff. You listen to music all day. Music ain't gonna get you no money, man. That music is not gonna help you be able to think your way out of teen pregnancy. Music ain't gonna help you think your way out the game, man. These kids is facing stuff we never could have thought of, man. We played out. We talking about some stuff from 100 years ago. Their whole world is different. And we coming out with all this old crap. Just do the right thing. Just say no. You can't say no sometimes. It's too much pressure. It's schools more dangerous than penitentiaries I was in. It's penitentiaries I'd rather go live in than some schools. Come on, man. These kids is up against a lot of stuff. We're not arming them with the right things. We letting them down. Turn the music off. What's up, cuz? Turn the music off and turn the books on. I will help you find the books. DM me. I am so serious. I'm talking about tonight in real time. As soon as I get off of here. You ain't got to be able to read. I'm not shaming nobody. I'm one of the slowest people on earth. Take me a long time to read. Like I told Ms. Fleming, I need all these books. Ain't nothing special about me. Ain't nothing special about people that's successful. Nothing special. They know that. That's a cop-out. To say, oh, they special. They always had a gift. Bullcrap. You got a gift. You refusing to use it. So it's becoming a depreciating asset versus a appreciating. Listen, man. You got to move up on the elevator. It's thousands of floors, maybe millions. It might be millions of floors in the building. I ain't found out yet. But I know it's thousands for sure. It's levels to this. You got to move up because people are not going to keep taking time to come down and speak to you at the lowest level. I'm going to leave y'all with this. This is something I learned about communication. If the goal is communication, that means that I'm going to say something, a concept, an idea, a thought in my head and get it into your head to get you to thinking about something. If the goal is communication, I can only communicate at the lowest level in the room. That means if we're in a room and we all 30 years old, we all got a college education, and it's 2 5-year-olds in the room. We can never speak at a level higher than the 5-year-olds can understand and be able to communicate. This is why your family don't mess with you. This is why everybody keep leaving you. This is why you can't find a mate. This is why you can't keep a friend. People don't have time to slow their life down to deal with you on the 2nd, 3rd floor, and you think you got this deep understanding of life and you so real, that's why everybody leaving you. No, you are excluded or included by communication. Your low level of communication excludes you from the conversation. How long can you sit there with your kid and play with the Barbie doll? It bores you. You have to move on to the next thing. Stop playing the music and turn the books on, man. I love y'all. Love yourself, man. I'll see y'all next week, Lord willing.